Hey, well, Middle Easy Fight Fist podcast.
Hello.
I had to say that to convince myself it was this one because we didn't do this last week.
You just talk by yourself the whole time, and I'm like, I'm here. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just do a whole thing alone.
I'm building a fourth wall.
There you go.
I am the Necklace and Reckless Dan Lamort, joined as always by nickname insert here, Diego.
Hi, hello everyone, and my last name is Lopez. So you can write that down and put it on an envelope, and then put a check in there and mail it to me, and I'd appreciate that so
I feel
much.
like you could get away with just being Diego.
I haven't met another comedian named Diego. I know one exists. I saw a picture, or like a tweet of one, and I was like, I don't appreciate this.
Just a tweet of a comedian Diego?
I think his name was like Comedian Diego or something like that. I was like, you motherfucker.
Well, you already win, seeing as he calls himself Comedian Diego.
That's a great point. I'm already ahead of the game. Luke is not here.
Yeah.
Luke,
I mean, I think he is in New York. We just literally have no idea where he is.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you see him,
If you see him,
hit
yeah.
him with a stick or something. Because, I mean, you're going to listen to this in a couple of days, so it doesn't matter if you can't tell him to hurry up and get over here. But, when he's not here. Whatever.
I think he quit and is doing a podcast with Willem Dafoe.
Oh, that's son of a
Green
bitch.
Goblin fame.
I knew he kind of winked at us when he saw us last time. He gave us a little like.
Yeah, I thought it was for me. I thought it was a bear chaser.
I agree. I thought that too.
I got in trouble on stage. Well, not in trouble at all.
But
just,
that they're like on stage trouble. I know.
Yeah,
what you
like
mean.
where a crowd member told me I was racist because I was talking about how I'm probably gay and I'm a bear, and then I did a joke about Kim Jong-un and I called him a panda and said, since I'm a bear and he's a panda, we should fuck.
That's as
and
mild
she said
as
it was
gets.
racist.
Jesus Christ.
But I was like, why weren't you more concerned about me sleeping with a dictator?
Right. Yeah. Why aren't you really concerned about the real part? That's kind of how like when Obama.
Also, I'm not even gay, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, it's a spectrum.
Yeah, and I'm on it, baby.
We're all on it. Somewhere in the middle is my dad. There's a thing where actually I'm not political. I'm not going to get into it. I was going to talk about politics, which I really don't know anything about.
We're Trump supporters here.
Oh, jeez.
Just kidding. Just kidding. You can't say that.
I won't say it.
I can say we're not Trump supporters.
People assume it. Yeah. I think you have to say that to begin with.
to.
When you meet people, you just shake their hand and go, hey, I'm not a Trump supporter. I don't know.
I
don't know what you think.
Listen, I gave him a chance.
I did a stand-up show this week where
Congrats.
Thank you so much. I did a couple, actually. The theme of the show was like people who don't look like they speak Spanish but do.
Wow.
And at the end, the host would like ask the audience who they think speaks Spanish and who doesn't, and he would introduce people by their first name. And I was the first comic. He goes, all right, this first comic's name is Diego, and I won't say his last name. And I'm like, yeah, they definitely can't guess that Diego speaks Spanish.
Yeah. That's an interesting theme show. Is it called Chocolate Sundays?
I like that. That's very funny. That's very inside baseball, but it's very good.
That is because in LA there's a show called Chocolate Sundays, which is for Asian comics. So. Whoa, this woman's flying.
Holy shit, she's going too fast. There's a woman on a...
Holy shit.
What do you call those? It's a wheelchair.
It's a wheelchair, but she's got NOS on there.
Imagine someone jogging. That was about
She
a
has
pace.
the need for speed and legs.
There you go. And
look, that guy's got a LeBron jersey on already.
Holy shit, he really does.
No,
That's
does he?
great.
Does he?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, we should talk
Well,
about
congratulations
the
to LeBron
people.
James. Yeah, we just people watching the podcast.
Oh my God,
congratulations
so
to a
much
friend of the
money.
podcast, LeBron James.
Friend of the pod. He
Definitely.
listens.
He's a big fan. He loves MMA, and he loves it when two comedians sit in a car and talk about it.
Yeah, I really hope he gives us some of his new contract to maybe get a studio.
No, that's gonna be so sick when we get a LeBron James themed studio.
The LeBron pod. I wonder if there's a podcast just dedicated to LeBron James.
I guarantee you there is. My friends have a podcast based just on Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah, it's getting big.
It's getting big. Yeah, of course it is. Corinne's behind it.
Rosebud, who's one of the hosts, met Justin Bieber recently.
Yeah, and she did a whole thing about it. It's very funny.
One Less Lonely Girl.
It's very check it out. We love them both.
I can't believe how much I knew about this podcast.
Yeah, it's very
without
funny.
even realizing I knew.
Yeah, that's great. It kind of just cracked your internet vision where you're like you just see things a lot and just get stuck in
I
your
also
brain.
think Rosebud's hysterical.
Oh, she's fantastic.
But anyway, how's life with you? You have taken on the project of training one Mr. Louis J. Gomez of Legion of Skanks.
Yes.
And I'm trying to think of his other podcasts, Believe You Me and Real Ass Dude fame.
Dude, yeah. I didn't know he had a third one. This is weird. It kind of came out of nowhere. I got a message from Robert Joseph, who's a comedian who I've trained in the past, that Louis has a fight coming up and he would like to, get in touch with me. And he has. We've trained twice so far. He's doing, Jason Ellis, the radio guy. who's like an extreme sports guy. Do you know him at all?
Yeah, I mean Ellis Mania,
Exactly.
and Lewis is fighting
Ryan O'Neal.
O'Neal. There,
I don't know who that is.
That's from O'Neal and Dinesh. They have the sports podcast with Ari Shafir.
Oh, okay. I don't know that one.
Yeah, he's
But-
an LA comic.
Yeah, he's an LA comic.
And from what I've seen in pictures recently, great shape, good fighter. Looks like.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks
Yeah.
fit. So they're fighting at the main event of LS Mania, which is going to be in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
In like about 8 weeks, 7 weeks, something like that. So I'm now his head trainer, I guess. I guess I'm Lewis's head trainer. He does like some striking here and there and does grappling here and there, but I'm putting it all together for him. It's been fun. It's a cool new project. We've never really we've met,
Yeah.
but not in a way he will remember who I am, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I feel
Nice
like comedy.
guy, Lewis.
Yeah, he's been very nice to me. I feel like it's hard in comedy to stick out to somebody who meets a million comics a night, and unless someone sees you either crush or bomb, or you meet them in a different something outside of comedy.
Yeah.
And it's like this has been weirdly my door to getting ahead in stand up is like training a ton of comics and not that I'm getting I'm not getting any gigs out of it, but at least like recognition and they know that, this is Diego, you should meet that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It has been very
and
cool.
Lewis really does have a love for comics who know MMA.
Yeah, and
He's a huge fan.
he's a huge fan. He knows a lot. It's interesting, man. He hasn't been training very long, but he's really a lot better than I thought he would be.
That's good to hear.
It's gonna be fun. I think I'm gonna go with him to Vegas. I think I'm gonna be cornering him.
Whoa, that would be so cool.
As of right now, it's in the air, but it would be very cool. I would really enjoy that opportunity. That experience would be so sick. It's been fun. It's been a fun
You
project.
could become an honorary skank.
I hope so. I'm gonna get a plaque and put it in my children's room.
I mean, it's such a cool project because you've trained comics before, but now you're actually training a comic who is going to fight.
Yeah,
I mean, he is fighting another comic, but still.
it's still a fight in front of people, and that's fucking nerve wracking. I really don't think people I don't know if it's hard to say. I don't know what people think, but I don't think people realize how scary it is. Scary it is, no matter who you're fighting.
Yeah, Big J said that on the last episode of Legion of Skanks, he thinks that if when Lewis loses and someone makes fun of him, he's just going to call out people that are questioning him.
Oh, it's
like,
funny.
come in here, fight me. But no, Jay, all of the Skanks have money on Lewis, and Ari is venomously against him.
Oh, really?
Ari says he stands no chance, you're an idiot if you put money on Lewis, because there is a betting service taking bets on the fight.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I personally have no money, so I'm going to bet with my mind on Lewis.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this Ryan O'Neal guy. He looks. I've seen just a couple of pictures and video. Not really.
He was a great dude. That's what everyone says.
He's a good guy.
Even Jay kept being like, the guy's just such a nice guy.
Well, that's great. That's great. You know, it's the kind of thing where there really is no winner or loser in this kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It's a one-time fight. It's, I believe, for charity.
For charity.
Okay,
something,
that's
yeah.
great. That's
And
I
honestly,
respect. Go on.
Lewis is such an angry man. I mean, I don't know Lewis that well. I've done his podcast before, and we've hung out before. We've done a show together. But from what I've gauged, he's a genuinely aggressive person. So I think that's going to help him in the fight. Because even Jay said, when they fake fight, Lewis doesn't hold back.
Mm-hmm.
So he has that mentality to win.
Yeah, he has gameness.
Yeah,
And that's
definitely, yeah.
A hard thing to. I don't think you can really teach it, but I do think you can unearth it. But it takes a while to get to kind of pull it out of people. But luckily, he kind of has it already out.
Yeah, and I mean, he was in LA a few weeks ago, I know, training with Bisping, I think.
Yeah, Bisping's going to come, I think, to New York. I think we're going to all train together.
Holy how awesome would that be?
That's going to be so sick. It's going to be so awesome. I've always.
You're going to corner a fighter with Michael Bisping.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Bisping just tells me to go fuck myself and
Yeah.
doesn't even care if I go, which I don't blame him. I'm a nobody.
You could be the eye of the operation.
Yeah, I that's the thing is
Because he only has one.
Got it.
Okay.
I mean, he has both. He's fought since the injury, right? He fought. Yeah, he fought.
Yeah. I mean, that was basically what a lot of people knew, but was never said, was that he was fighting legally blind in one eye for many
crazy.
fights.
Yeah, so crazy.
Which is
What a fucking
absurd.
badass.
I can't even eat with when I'm one contact is out.
You're like, hold on a second. Let's fucking.
I still have blurry vision. I can't even eat with. I have to get everything straight.
Your slice of pizza's hitting you in the cheek.
This guy's fighting Yoel Romero.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I have so much respect for Bisping as a fighter, and it's just crazy how game he is. Again, I'm not a huge fan of shit talking stuff. That's not something that I've ever enjoyed or been attracted to, but he can back it up, and that's what I respect. And if I end up going to Vegas, that'd be a very cool memory to make, and I'd really appreciate that time.
Yeah, maybe you can meet Dana White.
Oh, I'd love to meet Dana White and just kiss him right in the head and be like, "Sir, thank you for your service," and ask him for $4,000. I think that's a reasonable. I think he would give you $4,000 if you asked for it.
$4,000.
$200.
I would ask for a random amount, $2,200 and $22. 2222. Just please, all in singles. And
Yeah,
small
so-
change.
I guess I don't know how to promote this. Like, watch Ellis Mania. I don't know where it is.
Yeah,
I'm sure
to be
it's
honest,
streaming.
I've done no research on what Ellis Mania is.
Yeah,
I know
mean,
it's massive.
apparently. I mean, this is just what Lewis told me, and I think I heard him correctly. Jason Ellis himself fights like 10 of his fans in one night. That's what he does. Like, he puts them in a row and just fights 10 of them. I know he trains. I know he's like friends with certain fighters.
I would like to do that with my podcast listeners, but we don't have we don't have 10.
I want to do that, but also just them taking
You
me
hear
on a
that,
date.
Melissa? We're coming for you.
Yeah, Melissa, you fucking nice person.
Our biggest fan, Melissa Harper. Thanks, Melissa.
We big kiss on the lips.
Gonna meet her soon.
Oh, really?
My tour is coming through Wilmington, North Carolina, and she's gonna come out to the show.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be fun.
That's so exciting. Wilmington, North Carolina, home of the Fighting Jaguars.
Yep, and a pier that I one time smoked weed on and almost fell in the water.
Oh, that's beautiful. Today is Tuesday. I just got back from Woodside, I think, or no, Jackson Heights. I was watching the Colombian soccer game, Colombia versus England soccer game with Chris Gethard.
Really?
Yeah, it was very fun.
Oh, my foot from that name drop.
There it is. Look at that.
Ah.
But we were talking about comedians that fight, and he
Oh,
also
yes.
trains. I kind of tied it together, I guess. I don't know.
And they lost, right?
They lost in PK in the penalty kicks. It was very fun though.
I've
And it's
signed up for these ESPN alerts that tell you like scores,
Mm-hmm.
so I could see when each game is in a penalty kick because that's the only time I need to turn it on.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, it's like so much excitement in such a little amount of time, and then so much not excitement. I mean,
Sure.
I'm not a big soccer guy.
I think if you care about either team, it can be exciting because it's
Yeah.
like one shot can really change the entire game.
I have a blister forming on my finger from playing FIFA the past 2 days.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm going hard.
On like
an
an Xbox.
Xbox 360.
Wow,
and
that's
I
beautiful.
FIFA's a strong word. It's the World Cup 2010 game up from South Africa.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think that's the
Yeah,
same thing.
that's why when you came in the car and I was like, yeah, South Africa had the 2010 World
Oh,
Cup. That's
'cause
because
you-
I've been playing the video game. I really would have had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I created a character and he's on the Japanese team.
Oh, what's his name? Actually, never mind. Don't tell me.
it's a Japanese name.
Oh, that's great. Good for them.
Yeah, I just let the computer make it up. The only problem was that this is the funniest part.
Mm-hmm.
No one cares about video games, but I had the computer randomize a name,
Uh-huh.
and the name they picked is not only the name of a player that was already on the team, but also the name of the coach.
What the fuck?
It's like Okaduba.
Oh my god, it's so funny. They're like, yeah, this is what it is.
There's 3 Y period Okadubus on the team.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's where my life's been.
That's
And
great.
I woke up at 1 o'clock today.
PM?
Yeah, p.m.
Whoa. What's that like?
It's great. You don't do that often?
Never.
Well, see, I go to bed very late every night. I
Oh,
go to
no, I don't
bed
do that
usually
either.
about 5 in the morning.
Get the fuck. Are you serious?
Yeah, so I usually sleep from 5 to 11, 5 to 12. 5
Can
to
I ask
1.
why?
I don't know if there's a reason. Well, here's the thing is that I've been in so much pain with my back and my neck
Yes.
that I had to start taking sleeping pills again. But my thing is when I have a day of work, I treat myself at night by getting high, by smoking weed.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't.
Thank you for explaining. I
Yeah.
don't know getting high.
So I should have said stoned. High means like
Well, it could be
heroin,
anything.
I
Yeah,
guess.
good point.
Yeah.
Good point. All right. that's fair.
Stoned is always just weed. But so I like getting stoned every night. And so that usually, you don't just want to get stoned and go to bed. You want to get stoned and watch some crazy shit on
Sure.
TV, like Planet Earth or The Office for the 800th
Oh, I
time.
love Planet Earth.
Yeah, I was watching that the other day high, and my family wasn't, and they didn't know I was high. And they were like, why do you love this so much? And I was like, it's eating a bird. And they didn't get it. But yeah, so but then most nights I don't get home from the city until 2 in the morning.
Okay.
So I'll get high, and then I'll usually stay awake and watch 2 hours of Netflix or something. And
Okay.
then go to bed.
Okay. I'm not judging. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
When you're doing stand up in the city and it takes you a while to drive home, I really understand and appreciate the decompression TV session
Yeah.
at the end of the night. Like, I really like having that. It drives me. I don't enjoy, like, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have a very early client,
Okay.
and I have to be up at about basically 6 a.m.
No, thank you.
And so, like, the night before, if I'm doing shows or more likely open mics, I have to like go home and just go to sleep
Yeah.
which I really hate that feeling.
I've had that a few. I mean, that's the worst feeling when you know you have to get up early.
Yeah, I can't handle it.
Decompression's so big though.
Yeah, I like it
Because I don't watch much TV during the day because during the day I'm usually working or writing or
Mm-hmm.
doing podcast shit and whatnot. And so when I get home, that's like my time to watch TV.
Yeah. What shows are you watching right now?
Just The Office.
Just The
with
Office.
pieces. And I'm rewatching Parks and Rec again,
Okay.
which
Feels like the same show.
for a long period of time, I didn't give it enough credit for how funny as it was. And it is a great show. I mean, clearly it exists because of The Office, but also Greg Daniels worked on both of them, so his touch is in both
That
of
makes
them.
sense. Okay.
And then I was watching this documentary called The Staircase.
Oh, I started that because Tom Segura suggested it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty apparent that the guy definitely killed his wife.
Yeah, it felt so obvious that I was like, oh, is this going to be like a
Yeah.
crazy turn? But I don't know. It didn't catch me the
There
same
are
way.
some turns along the way, but ultimately, what I took away from it was, one, he shouldn't have been put in jail, but two, he also definitely killed his wife.
Oh.
Yeah, there was no way he didn't do it.
Why
He's such a
shouldn't he-
creepo.
Why should he have not been put in jail?
Because the case against him was so bad. I
Oh,
mean,
okay. I see what you're saying.
But then what I learned, what really fucked me up, was that one of the people who was influential in producing this documentary married him while he was on trial.
oh my God.
Yeah, so like someone so close to him is at the helm of the project. So naturally they left out a lot of important pieces.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, so essentially it was a documentary made to make him look good, I think.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
I hate when people make documentaries and they don't do
I
a
think
good
it's
job.
gross when people have sex because I also agree with that.
Yeah.
It's a gross thing.
Yuck. But
Yeah.
give me some. It's like the Making a Murderer people. They left out some stuff, I think, too.
Yeah.
That was like, oh, come on. Just I want the truth, you fuck.
Yeah, it's so hard to get a truthful documentary.
Man.
That's all I want in this world.
All I've been watching is Love Island.
What is this?
Love Island is a British reality quote-unquote dating show, which they take 10 very hot, dumb people and put them in a mansion, basically. And you just watch them fuck. And you just watch them, like, be idiots. It's
So it's like their big brother?
It's like their big brother.
They should call it Big Mate.
That'd be great. A big lad. I
Big
learned a
lad.
lot of slang.
British
I
slang is
assume
great.
whoever listens to this doesn't listen to my other podcast, so we talk about it too. But it's so much fun how fucking funny their slang is. Getting pied off.
Is this on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh, I'm
No,
gonna
it's on Hulu. It's on Hulu.
Oh, I might buy Hulu now.
It's really fun. It's really great. There's like 35 episodes a season. People come in and out. They get voted off. They lose a game. They get out. But there isn't that many games. There isn't that often like elimination challenges like
Yeah.
you would think. There's like one every 4 episodes. Maybe there's like one thing where like someone leaves.
This sounds fast. I love British stuff, especially when I'm high, those accents.
Oh yeah, it's very relaxing. It's very calming.
I like calming TV.
Dude, my roommate and I did an open mic, two of my open mics yesterday, and we were leaving, and across the street from the bar was a softball field,
Yeah.
and it was like an adult league game. It was like mostly like Puerto Rican, Dominican people, guys playing.
So a little more fast paced than a regular white guy game.
A little more fast paced, a little more aggressive, but they were being very funny.
Yeah.
And we just sat there and just watched for a while, and I felt so calm.
That's fun.
I really felt a big like release of I don't know, just everything. It felt I
I
could.
didn't know you were also a person who enjoys being calm.
Oh, I love being calm.
That's my favorite thing. That ties into my decompression. Is I very much late at night. That's why I love The Office, because a lot of people just think it's a funny show, but to me, that is so simple, and I love the simplicity of it. Just people working in an office. There's something about an office that is so simple to me.
Yeah.
Although the show was anything but simple. But yeah, there was. You should watch this one documentary called Into the Inferno or Into the Ferno.
Okay.
It's about volcanoes.
Okay.
Oh my god! And there's really not much commentary, so they just have like overhead shots of like lava.
I'm
bubbling.
already in love.
Yeah, I
love
usually
that kind
watch
of
it and think I'm the lava.
See it's a very high
I
person
just
thing to
sit in
say.
the chair.
Yeah.
Pulsating.
I'm creating more land.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's the kind of thing where I did 2 new jokes, and they both are not ready yet. And I was just like frustrated and angry, and like I had a really good show the night before.
Why do you say they're not ready? The reaction isn't there.
The mechanics aren't there. The
Okay.
punch isn't strong enough. The you can't see my point yet. with the joke. Like you don't really know why I'm talking.
Do you have the issue where when you write a new bit and you test it for the first time, sometimes it kills right away
Yes,
and then
that's happened.
stops working for months?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
And
in
that's
that
very
phase
frustrating.
with 2 bits that I really love that have just stopped working.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's such a fucking annoying thing. I was talking to Mike about what I was upset about. My joke's not working.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What's harder, fighting or comedy?" And I go, "I think fucking comedy's harder because you can get beat up in the gym, and that's fine, but you're progressing in a way that's like, yeah, this is part of it. This is how I get better. Same thing with comedy, but it's a different feeling. You just feel like an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
anytime I sparred with someone, they beat the fuck out of me. I didn't feel like, why did I think I can do this?
Yeah.
I didn't ever felt that. I just felt like, I gotta get better. But with stand-up, I'm like, I'll get off the stage and be like, who told you should do this? Why? And here's why I put it to him. No, like, fighting is hard because no one works in an office and no one's ever been like, hey, you should probably be a fighter. People tell they should be comedians all the time,
All
but
the
no one's
time.
no one's like, you should be a cage fighter.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, obviously, I don't have the experience on the fighting side of things, but stand-up does seem to be a little more unfair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I've been having that lately where it's not even bad sets. Like, the sets have been good, but when I walk to my car when I'm driving home, I'm like, why do I think I should be the center of attention in this room?
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I that good or that funny to make this work? I've been having so many thoughts about that recently.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to become a fighter manager.
I mean, it doesn't seem that hard.
No, I'm just going to get a really nice suit and yell at people.
I think that's 45%.
Like
of it.
Ali.
Yeah, easily. You didn't have to say it.
Yeah, I'm just going to yell at people.
Yell people and
No,
start
but
fights at
the
bars.
stand-up does tend to be incredibly unfair. I mean, like today I found out I didn't get JFL, which was New Faces, and the way I saw it was, one,
I also didn't get it.
Okay, good. There we go. I didn't think I was going to get it, but on the flip side, I did have both auditions filled with applause breaks and very good reaction to where, like, on both of the audition shows, people were taking pictures with me after, like, good stuff, and then they didn't even give a reason. That's the best part, is they don't even have a reason why they said no, because there is none.
No.
It's because I didn't fit what they needed.
It's a very difficult part of comedy, the politics. Well, not even politics, just like, I'm not what you're looking for.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter how funny I am. It kind of matters. But like,
they literally could give you no notes on your jokes. They could be like, yeah, you were great.
Yeah, but
you're white.
Yeah, or whatever, whatever thing they're looking for at the moment.
Oh my God, if there's someone in comedy right now telling people they can't get something because they're black, that person's going to get fired. They should get with the times.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy thing to say out loud.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
No, I know what you mean. But the pendulum
All I mean
swings,
is let's just
finally.
make comedy white again. Or Jewish. I'm not Jewish, so it doesn't matter for me.
Yeah, it's a comedy is heartbreaking in a very interesting way, and
It is, because you grow so fond of it, and then every now and again it just stomps on you.
most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah. Most of the time, I do feel like there is a large boot above my head, ready to fucking come down at any time.
Yeah, it occasionally lets it off the pressure and smiles
I
at you.
didn't want to point it out, but I looked at that guy's fanny pack who just walked past the car, and he had such an erection going.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he had a real hard piece.
Good for him.
I guess.
I mean,
That map he's holding must not be a map.
he's trying to hide it. Yeah, just a centerfold opened up.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Put a fanny pack over your erection.
Mm-hmm. And just layer like a.
Well, what you do, I think you'd have to cut a hole in the back of the fanny pack.
Oh, that's very fun.
And
That's a
just
very good
place
time.
the dick in the fanny
Place
pack.
it in there. Yeah.
Has this been a sketch?
No, but it's basically dick in a box.
Yeah, but it's dick in a fanny.
Dick in a fanny. That's very fun.
This is where I need that. I'll add it to the list of projects.
I need that. Yeah, that's what we need to be working on.
I've been doing this thing lately where I've been writing a list of projects that if I ever get stupid famous that I want to make.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, my number one that I've been pitching to everybody is Brunch Zombie.
And what's that?
Because brunch is so popular now, and there's some people who hate it venomously. So if you get bitten by the brunch zombie, it turns your blood into mimosa,
Okay.
and then you start to love brunch.
All right.
There's no storyline yet,
I get it.
but it's just basically, and all the zombies would be dressed naturally like waspy people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be like
What if it bites someone who already likes brunch?
kills them.
Oh, wait. Okay, I get it. Oh, okay.
Or it makes them not allowed to have brunch. Like
Oh,
they
he's
walk
gonna go
into the
one
restaurant and then
and
it just a shield comes up.
There's a sign that says
Yeah,
no.
there's a lot that needs to be figured out about this movie.
I don't know if
but
it needs to, but yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't know if it needs a strong word there.
It will be made. Watch. One day I will be the brunch zombie comic. You might have seen this next guy in brunch zombie, and the crowd is like,
ah! There's fake blood or orange,
and
fake
then,
orange
like,
juice.
mimosas pour from the
They
ceilings.
bring fake orange. They don't even bring real orange juice.
Yeah, this is where my mind's been. I might be smoking too much weed.
Yeah,
I may be doing too many drugs, but it's okay.
That's neither here nor there, my friend.
It's here and there. I had a physical for the first time as
How'd
an
that
adult.
go?
She didn't touch my balls, which I was happy about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did
I
they
might
look
have
at
talked about this on my other podcast.
That's fine. Did she look at him?
I don't think so. I think she realized she didn't want to.
Well, I don't think that.
I don't know. I have a nice sack.
I bet you do.
It
but
hangs
it's also,
low to the right.
I'm think she's a
I think my
medical
right
proof.
ball is much heavier than the left.
Yeah, I bet they're not usually symmetrical. I wouldn't be surprised if one had a. I mean, women's breasts, one is usually bigger than the other.
Yeah, but this one's got a nice hang.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's beautiful. I've had a couple because of fighting. I had to get a couple physicals. I mean, a lot
Yeah,
of
this is my
physicals.
first physical since being in college playing
yeah.
ball,
Yeah.
and
They
it was
the cough.
cool.
They look at your back. What do they?
Yeah, I
do?
mean, well, I told her my back was trash,
Yeah.
so she knew that. But yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, I had a good time. Got some blood work done.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I can't
my
wait to
favorite.
find out I have AIDS.
And they're like, hey, did you know you have full on AIDS? And
I'm
you're
like,
what?
yeah, I had sex with AIDS.
The person?
The thing. Pool of blood.
A pool of blood. I just found a bunch of syringes and put my dick in them. Is that smart? Was that dumb?
Or did I put the syringe in the dick? Who knows?
Who's to say?
Tomato.
Yeah,
Dead.
I'm falling in love right now.
Right. It's so hard to do a
my
podcast in a
goodness.
car and watching these beautiful people walk by. I'm not going to just
Mm-hmm.
subject it to women, but it's mostly
A
women.
lot of handsome boys.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Some
talk
handsome boys.
UFC?
Yeah.
Let's talk UFC. Let's talk about the main card. The fight coming up the this weekend. Cormier, Daniel Cormier, for the layman.
Yeah, I mean, well, first you have the Friday night fight card.
Oh, that's right. Let's get
I'm
to
so mad. I'm going to be on the road for both of these. I'm
Oh,
going to be in
man.
Detroit. I'm going to miss them. Well, I'm going to probably make the club. I'll give the club money to play it in the green room.
That's very cool.
I had such a hard time with that sentence right there.
It's not an easy one.
I mean, that one, I guess there's not really much to break down on that card. You have Martin Bravo, who's a good fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And then I always love her, Roxanne.
Oh, Marta Ferry?
Yeah, she's
great.
fighting again.
She's so fucking cool.
I mean, her record is horseshit, but she's great.
oh, yeah. That's the thing. Is
she's
like
fought a lot for a woman,
she's
huh?
fought a lot.
Because she's
fought in
21
Japan.
and 15.
She fought a lot in Japan.
But yeah, Israel's fighting that main card.
That's going to be fun. That's
a
worth
great
watching.
Fight. Yeah, he's worth watching.
Who's his opponent's name?
Brad Tavares.
Oh, Tavares. Hey, hey. Oh, okay. This is going to be a good fight. That's going to be a very fun one. Brad's game, dude. He's been in the UFC for a long time. He's a good striker. Yeah, he had a lot of potential.
Israel almost lands 5 strikes a minute.
That's fucking nuts.
Significant strikes, that is. So that's the...
That's the main event on that. So
Well,
that's
well-
worth watching.
We'll mostly we'll break down the main card. The
UFC main card.
226.
Oh, that's
yeah.
26. Yes.
Miocic, I mean, well, you want us... Let's go to the prelims first and talk about which ones are interesting. Hooker, who we've seen before, one of our first events we covered.
Yeah,
Dan
he's
Hooker fought.
fucking very impressive.
Yeah, he's a New Zealand fella.
Yeah, I say we start. There's a lot. Where are we?
You
I
want to
say we
start with
just-
Felder?
Yeah, we'll start with Felder. Paul Felder versus Mike Perry.
Platinum Mike Perry.
Platinum Mike Perry, who is a bad person.
He's gold.
He's a real piece of shit, I think.
Is he really?
I think so, right?
Oh, he
He's
says the
online.
N-word.
Yeah, he says the N-word.
Oh, yeah, fuck you. Paul Felder's going to win. I love Paul Felder.
I love Paul Felder. He's very nice.
And he's had a real tough go of things.
He's gotten screwed over
Didn't
twice.
get the
This
Khabib
wasn't-
fight and didn't get the Gaethje fight.
Yeah, and this was a rematch. This wasn't even his original opponent.
Yeah,
the whole
because
thing.
friend of the pod, Ally Akinta, has backed out of his fight against
He's
Gaethje.
backed out against Gaethje for his
For-
own personal reasons.
Yep, reasons
and I respect
that
them.
we probably all know. Is
Paul
him.
Felder is one of my buddies, Ryan Cafarno, who is a really good MMA fighter and also a really good trainer in New Jersey. He's one of Paul's. I don't know if coaches is too strong of a word, but he's one of his coaches. He's a very good guy. Ryan's so handsome and so talented, but Paul is a very nice dude. When we went to the media thing
in Atlantic City, Paul was there.
Paul's very
yeah.
good. I said hi to him, and he's like, "Hey, you're very handsome." I'm like, "Paul, come on." I'm rooting Paul.
I'm rooting for him because I feel like he's almost been on every card for the past 5 cards.
He's been fighting so much. He's so great. I say Paul. I think the decision. I think Perry's hard to get rid of, but good fight. That's a really good one. And then Uriah Hall.
You're right. Paul decision. Neither of them. I mean, their striking is both good, and their grappling's okay. I mean, I would say it ends in a decision.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be blown away if either finish each other with like a TKO. I'd be very surprised if either submitted each other.
Yeah, but you never know.
But you never know. But I think Fielder takes it. Followed by Uriah Hall versus Paulo Costa. I've seen Costa fight before.
Paulo.
He's 11-0. This is a tough fight for Uriah
You're
Hall.
gonna say he's 11.
He's 11 years old. This is illegal.
Not in Brazil, baby.
Yeah. Costa was at the last fight. Was he at the Atlantic City? Am I just making that up? I feel like I saw him fight.
He could have been.
I'm messing up fights that I've been to physically with fights that we have covered in my head.
Don't worry, UFC fighters. I'm with you in the ring physically every fight.
That's right. Yeah, man, Uriah Hall has had a tough go of it. He showed so much potential, and he has these ups and downs where it's like
Paulo's last fight was Johnny Hendricks.
Oh, that's
in
what
November.
it is. That's what it was. Okay. I'm going Paulo Costa. I think he's just so consistent.
He also has my favorite nickname in MMA.
What's
the
that?
Eraser.
Oh, wow.
I hope he knows when I hear that. I picture him as like the top of a pencil.
Yeah, he's literally on top of a
Yeah.
pencil in my head.
I don't think of him as erasing anything.
No, I mean that movie sucked. I don't know why they give a shit.
The next fight's interesting. There's a guy named Gokhan Saki.
Well, Gokhan Saki is a legendary kickboxer.
Okay.
He's like literally one of the
He
greatest.
fights out of cars. Hey, we do podcasts out of cars.
I actually, Ryan Loco, who's a photographer, years
Yes.
ago, we met him actually at the Madison Square Garden event, the PFL. He did like a little like a Twitter giveaway for a signed Gokhan Saki photo,
And you won?
and I won. I think I said
Wow.
something funny, or that doesn't sound like me, but yeah, I think I said something funny. And he sent me, so I have this really cool little signed photograph of Gokhan Saki. He's one of my favorite kickboxers. 1-1 in MMA, which, you know, is like, yes, he's 1-1 in MMA, but he's been fighting for fucking ever. Versus Khalili Roundtree. Who I said that? Roundtree, I said that wrong. Junior, I've never seen him fight. He has a decent record, but I've never actually watched one of his whole fights. He's a young guy. I think I'm gonna go Gokhan. I just think he's such a fucking expert veteran of fighting. I hope he wins.
Yeah. I would also go Gokhan. And he's also, for a veteran, he's still pretty young.
Yeah, he's not the oldest guy in the world. It's just like he's just accomplished so much in MMA. He's just 34.
The next one's exciting, which is a
That's-
fight that
yeah.
was meant to happen
In Brooklyn.
that Conor ruined.
Ruined, made better, whatever.
Chiesa versus Pettis.
Chiesa versus Pettis. I can't remember who I chose the first time around when we did the
I
predictions.
chose Chiesa because he was supposed to be a guest on the podcast before Conor threw a chair at him.
I remember now.
So, yeah, he ended up never being a guest because he had glass in his eye.
Yeah.
But I would say now, removed from that, I love Anthony Pettis.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, I know his last 4 opponents are, Oliveira, Holloway, Jim Miller, and Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, this is tough.
And he's been in there with the best of them.
Yeah.
And Chiesa's also beat some good guys.
Yeah, no cakewalk for him.
Yeah, he.
I think he's going to take it. I think Michael's going to take it. I think he has a momentum behind him in his career. He's
First
game.
career win for Chiesa was a submission of Ali Akinta
Whoa.
on The Ultimate Fighter.
I remember that. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
many years back.
Yeah.
They're both great fighters.
That's going to be a good fight. That's going to be like a fun one, man.
It's one of those ones where when either wins, you're not surprised that they won. It could be
Yeah, you're like,
going
yeah,
either way.
I saw that coming.
The next one is, to me,
Oh boy.
very exciting.
Oh my goodness. These boys are big and they hit hard as fuck. Francis Ngannou versus Derek Lewis.
Who Derek, the stalker of Ronda Rousey, Lewis.
What's this?
He loves Ronda.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, like he calls,
Like
he says he loves that ass.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, he sent her flowers recently. I don't
Jesus
think she
Christ.
likes him.
She's married.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
That's to a heavyweight. What the fuck? Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I Ngannou makes more sense to me. He seems a little more technical.
But that last fight, his stamina was brutal.
Yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? My heart says Ngannou. I think he takes it. I think he takes it in the second round. I'm saying.
I personally think this is the fight that should have happened.
I think Chiesa stops Pettis in the third.
Okay. I would guess that Ngannou knocks out Lewis in the second round.
Okay.
I don't think he's the type of guy who is going to lose 2 in a row, and I do think that though he looked bad in the Stipe fight, I think it was a real learning fight for him.
And he has a confidence now,
And
knowing he went
him-
against the best in the world.
And he went 5 rounds. He
Yes,
did
no joke.
both those guys hit as hard as anybody.
Yeah, it's a fucking baseball bat coming at you.
We
man.
saw Lewis fight,
Fuck all
correct or no?
No, I don't think we saw Lewis fight. They're big, man. 260, 250, man. Since I've been sparring with a certain person who's bigger than I am, and it's just like, man, fuck that nonsense. I'm not sparring. I'm not. Imagine fighting a Derek Lewis. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight either of them.
No. And then, yeah, that's going to be fun. And then we have...
The next is a very important fight.
I can't believe this card, man. This card's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's the best card of the year, I think.
Max Holloway, champion, versus Brian T-City Ortega. Man, he's 14-0. That's a great record.
If Brian wins this fight, he solidifies himself as the most exciting young fighter in the UFC right now.
Yo, yeah, I mean, I think
if he's not already there, this will get him there.
This is such... I've been thinking about this fight the last 40 hours or so, and like trying to figure out who has advantages where. And it's interesting because Max has kind of relied on his gameness, his ability to kind of sit in the pocket and trade.
100%.
And also, like, the submissions he's gotten are from the strikes. They're not, like, usually clean takedowns into, like, a passing. They're more, I've got mount from dropping you, and then you turned over and you gave me your back. Brian, on the other hand, is deadly on the ground, but he's also got fucking great hands, man. No, the only person to fucking finish Frankie. This is going to be a really great fight. I'm so glad it's for the title. As long as they make weight.
If this card stays intact, we'll be lucky.
This really, I mean, it's not that many. It's like only a couple days away, but still, really, fingers crossed on this one. This is gonna be a great fight. I'm excited to see how Ortega deals with Max's aggression, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Max deals with avoiding the takedown.
Yeah.
He did a pretty good job of it in the past. I can't really think of that many people taking him down.
This fight was supposed to happen earlier, right?
I believe so.
And I believe in the earlier date, I predicted that Ortega would win.
Yeah.
And my reasoning was that the reason I didn't pick Ortega over Frankie was championship experience. I thought Frankie had fought a who's who of fighters, and Ortega, clearly that didn't matter whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
When you have talent, it doesn't matter who the fuck you fought.
Yeah.
If you're a true fucking prospect like he is, it doesn't matter if he's fought the best of the world. He's going to come in there, and I really think he's going to...
Yeah, talent and self-belief, man. He really is confident. And
T-City for... I'm going to say, I see him submitting Holloway.
Yeah.
I don't know what round.
Yeah. I'm really torn on this one. I don't think I could... Oh, man, I think my guess is this goes all the way. I think Holloway wins in its decision.
I would also like to see that.
Yeah, it's such a tough one to call, man. And then, wow, I can't wait for this card.
And then you have the main event.
Oh my god. I can't watch this card either. I have a show. I'm hosting a goddamn show that night.
And the main card starts at 10.
Oh,
I'll be getting off stage probably at 10:30.
That's great, man.
I'm gonna do a really short headlining set.
You do it, and you have like people in the back have a TV.
Yeah. And I have an early flight the next morning, so 5 a.m. flight.
Oh my god, I love those. Those are my favorite things in the whole world.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but my money 100% is on Daniel Cormier, and I'm a big Stipe fan. If you recall,
you are.
I used to tell people on the podcast when he fought Ngannou, I said, if you put a bet on him and he loses, I'll pay your bet.
Wow.
And that's how confident I am of Daniel Cormier. I don't see him. Daniel is a guy whose legacy is going to be described as never beating John Jones, and I don't see another name popping onto that list.
Yeah, oh man, that's such a crazy...
It's wild that this fight is even happening. Do you know what weight they're fighting at? Are they fighting at heavy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But they're never close to the 265. They're always, because Daniel's around 235.
Light heavyweight.
I mean, he fought heavyweight in Strikeforce.
Yeah, he did.
I really think Daniel's going to win, but I wouldn't be that blown away if Stipe clipped him. I wouldn't be that kind of like shocked.
Daniel does get clipped from time to time, but he does have a weirdly quick recovery rate for a heavy-set dude.
Yeah, he's got a good.
Also,
fucking
I
chin.
never get why people called him fat. He is not that fat.
No, yeah, it's so silly
he's
to
in
call.
pretty good shape.
He's not fucking ripped,
Yeah.
sure, but I mean, fucking most people aren't. Fuck off.
It's a card that's going to be fun to watch. Stipe, super likable. Daniel, I think, finally has turned a corner with MMA fans.
Yeah,
And people are starting to realize that he's a really good
I don't.
guy in the sport.
I don't get the Daniel hate.
No,
And I know
never
my brother
understood it.
is a hater of Daniel as well, and I don't get it.
Yeah, it's like, one, he's a fantastic fighter. He trains hard. He's a great commentator. I don't really see where the dislike comes.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he said some things in the John Jones pressers, but so did John. They both were equally terrible to each other. And if I recall, when John's mother passed away, Daniel tweeted at him that he was sorry and that the matriarch is such an important part of the family.
Mm-hmm.
So I personally think that was a big turning point for him. And I'm excited to watch it. There's really no way to even break down what could happen in that fight because anything could happen.
Yeah,
They're both good strikers. They're both good on the ground.
they're both good on the ground. Daniel's a much more
Yeah, but Daniel might be one of the best wrestlers of all time.
of all time in MMA. It's the way he ragdolled Barnett, the way he ragdolled Dan Henderson. It's really something else. It's another level. There's this moment where I can't remember who he's fighting. Might be Henderson, where Henderson kind of like turns and like kind of like jogs away from him from an exchange, and Daniel just instinctually just a little trip,
Yeah.
a little foot sweep, and catches him.
Anytime I see him fight, I think of like an alligator.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
he could
yeah.
run and then he just gobbles them up.
Yeah, I really see that. And he just fucking manhandles people. And he's got power. He fucking drops people. It's not a joke. It's not like just his ability to body lock and flip people. He can clip you. He has good hands. It's just, and he does well with his range. He doesn't have great range, but he knows how to use it.
Yeah.
And it's such an important thing. People always talk about like someone has a reach advantage. It's like that doesn't matter if you don't know how to use it. So we'll see how it goes. But
Yeah, this is an interesting fight because this is literally the only other exciting fight that could have happened with Daniel that's not John Jones.
yeah,
I mean, there's the whole Brock Lesnar rumor, but Daniel would make easy work of him, I believe.
that'd be boring. I don't want to see that.
But yeah, so this is the fight. We'll update you guys next week, although I'm sure you'll all have watched it, and
Yeah.
we'll break down what happened.
I can't wait.
And I have to run out of here.
Yeah,
'cause I have to.
I'm very busy as well.
Yeah, so
I have a lot of opportunities.
thanks for
being
listening.
called.
Sorry for not putting out an episode last week.
We do our best.
Yeah, we do our best.
But why don't you hit us up with a 5-star rate and review? Tell somebody you love
Please,
about it.
it's been a long time.
Big kiss on the lips. Wu-Tang is for the children.
Have a good day. Bye.